Emma, how are you feeling to be back at Wimbledon?
I'm very much looking forward to being back here at Wimbledon. I think that it's the most special place to be playing tennis and just a very inspiring and motivating place to be. And definitely looking forward to stepping out on court on Monday and ready to go.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Crooks from PA. I mean, obviously you suffered the injury in Nottingham. How is it? And can you say why you didn't play in the Court 1 practice you were scheduled to yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely been managing it since Nottingham and I took 2 weeks off. But yeah, I've been preparing this week and yesterday we just have to react to the situation. I already practiced in the morning, so yeah, we all collectively thought it was the best decision to pass on the afternoon session as well and stay fresh and ready to go.
Mike Dixon, Mail. Have you been at any point this week thinking that you wouldn't play, or has there been a particular point where you decided, yes, I'm definitely going to play?
I think that this week was a good build-up, and we definitely, there were moments earlier on in the week we weren't really sure. We were sort of going to see how the week goes, but it went pretty well, and now it's full steam ahead. Everyone's really looking forward to it, and we're all ready.
Rob Moore for Sun Sport. Do you feel any pain when you're serving? Obviously the side is an issue as a tennis player. You're putting it under a lot of strain. Are you pretty pain-free, would you say?
Right now I'm fit, I'm ready to go, I'm looking forward to it, and that's it.
Billy Weinbaum from ESPN. Emma, you spoke in your introductory remarks about how special Wimbledon is. When you walk onto the grounds, what are the little details that strike you most about the place?
The details is just the attention to detail in every single aspect that this place has. I mean, from the flowers to everything, they have like subtle hints of tennis rackets and tennis balls in the carpets, and it's just, that the level that they go to make sure that this place is pretty much perfect is pretty outstanding, and that attention to detail is pretty inspiring in itself. If you can take that and how Wimbledon thinks about their grounds and apply it to yourself and have those sort of standards of yourself, and I think that's inspiration in itself.
Hi Emma, Molly McElwee from The Telegraph. I wonder, being on the practice courts and seeing all of these amazing players around you, I think I saw you watching a bit of Nadal this morning. Gerard Piqué was also there, which was quite fun. But I just wonder what it's like is it still surreal to you to be in and amongst all of these kind of amazing players that I can imagine you must have looked up to?
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, I'm 19, just to be watching Rafa and Novak at such close range and to be able to sort of take parts and try learn from them and walk amongst these great players, it's still special. I don't think it really ever changes when you're watching those greats, and it's amazing to have them around, leading such a great example. I think that it's only my second Wimbledon. I'm really new to this still, so it's a really special feeling.
Caroline?
Hi, I'm Caroline, BBC Scotland. I've just seen the order of play for Monday. It's Novak, then you, then Andy. So how do you feel about that? And there was maybe a suggestion that you might try and play mixed with Andy, but maybe with your respective build-ups being not as great as you both wanted. Is that off the table now?
Yeah, I don't think we're playing, but I think that's a pretty cool lineup. Just to be included amongst those names is special in itself. I never would have thought that, but yeah, I'm obviously looking forward to getting out there.
Hi Emma, obviously it's 12 months since big breakthrough here last year. What's different so far about your experience this year, kind of behind the scenes? I guess you're in a different locker room and lots of other details like that would be different. And are there any aspects of last year's experience that you miss, maybe?
I think it's amazing this year. I get such a special feeling walking around the grounds I definitely feel that people are behind me, even from some of the people, working on the tournament. They're like, you got this, and just cheering me on. So that's pretty special in itself. And one of the perks is that I don't need to cross the road at Orangi to practice now on like court 28 or something. But yeah, that's definitely a perk. But I feel like last year I came straight out of my exams. I was just fresh, ready to play, and I feel the same excitement this year, to be honest, because I think that Wimbledon just brings that out of me, especially. But I'm definitely looking forward to it, and just going to play like, a kid who just loves playing tennis. It's always my dream to step out onto centre court, and that's something that I've always wanted to do and started playing tennis for.
Hi, I'm Alex McPherson from the WTA. Can I have your thoughts on your first round opponent, Alison van Uytvanck, especially regarding the change in dynamics since you last played her? Last year you were the unseeded player and she was top seed and you upset her, and now this time you're the seed and she's the unseeded player?
Yeah, I think that, I played her in August last year, so it's 9 months ago. I think she was definitely, the top seed at the time, and I kind of just got into the tournament, but I definitely feel like game-wise, I back myself pretty much against anyone. I feel like if I really put my mind to it and commit, then I can be pretty good. So I'm definitely looking forward to the match, but she's a really tricky opponent, like especially on grass courts. I think that this surface definitely suits her well. And she plays a pretty, quick, high-tempo game, so it's definitely going to take some getting used to and, being prepared for that straight away. So it's definitely going to be a tough matchup, but, every match is at this level, so I'm still ready to go.
Hello Emma, Tom Hopkinson from the Sunday Mirror. You just spoke about seeing some of the big names of tennis on the practice course and what it still means to you, but have you noticed since the US that perhaps they treat you a little bit differently when you're around them and you're sort of accepted as one of them now?
Yeah, I would say that, there have been like some changes just walking around for sure. But actually last year Novak was like saying hi to me, and I thought that was a really, cool thing. Like number one in the world, he said hi to me, like wow. And that was like before any of the result really. So I thought that was pretty cool of him to do. And yeah, this year definitely just getting good practices, playing with some of the top in the world, so you get to test yourself like at each practice. And yeah, it's a really cool thing to keep improving.
Hi Emma, it's Anthony France from the Evening Standard. There's some figures coming out which show that the surge interested Londoners as a result of you winning the US Open. How do you feel about inspiring a new generation of youngsters to pick up their rackets?
Yeah, it is a really nice feeling, to think that some youngsters might pick up tennis because, they've watched me or, what I did, and I, that's always something that I wanted to do, is to inspire, the younger generation and to see those players come through. I feel like especially maybe some of the younger girls who might feel like they're really shy or they don't want to play with the boys, like I can totally relate to that because I've been there. I went through that myself. I was really shy. I was clinging onto the fence. I didn't want to go on the court. But yeah, it just opens up so many opportunities, and I definitely grew a lot as a person just playing tennis, more confidence, and yeah, sport definitely just opens up a lot of opportunities for young people.
Racket. I saw a couple times at Orangi you were playing spike ball, and I'm curious how much of that you've done and how you got introduced to it.
Well, the first time I played was actually Fed Cup this year. I didn't know what spike ball was before that, and it's just a great way to sort of get warm and raise your pulse, and also the reactive element of it. So and it's competitive, and I think that it's just really fun, and maybe sometimes warm-ups can be a bit mundane, so it definitely livens them up a little bit.
Emma, I was talking to Tim Henman, he was saying he kind of chatted to you a little bit about the Wimbledon experience, like as a leading British player. So how much have you prepared for the attention that's going to be on you, and how are you going to handle that? And also, have you ever hit or played on centre court before?
No, I've never hit on centre court. To be honest, like I take whatever, feeling as positive. I think that people are going to be behind me and cheering me on, and there's nothing sort of negative about that. They want you to do well. So I'm looking forward to going out there and experiencing that and feeling that.
Okay, one more question.
Hi, I'm Antonio Guerrera of La Repubblica. Just wanted to ask you, after winning the US Open, you feel now more confident, about your style of play, or you feel also a bit of more of pressure as well? Thank you.
I think that I, as a tennis player, have actually grown and developed and have skills that I maybe didn't have last year, but everyone knows me now, and everyone knows the sort of things I was doing last year, and everyone wants to beat me, and I sort of take that as a compliment if players are raising their game against me, because they want to do well against you. So I think that is definitely going to help me as a tennis player long term, because if players are raising their game against me, I have to raise my level too. So I think that there's nothing negative about that, and over time I will be a better tennis player. And I'm 19 years old. If I hadn't won the US Open, I think that the past year or the way that I've been sort of heading, it wouldn't be like necessarily a bad thing, or result wise. I think that I still have hopefully 15 years or something more in my career to go, and I'm just at the beginning of it. So yeah, I'm looking forward for this long-term journey.
One more quick one.
Nick McCarver with Wimbledon Uncovered. You're just speaking about this last year and all the experiences you've been through. What do you feel like you've learned the most about yourself in that year?
I'd say I've learned that I'm resilient, and I always knew that I had that, but just to keep getting back up. I said, fall down 10 times, get up 11, because what are you going to do about it? All you can do is keep moving forward. There's no point looking back and getting down, because you just keep getting back up. Like, I'm not sort of playing for anyone, just to go out there and play for myself. And the test that I've kind of gone through, I think is going to help me as a person and a player long term. And to experience it so young, I feel like I'm lucky that I get this lesson at such an early age. So I have a lot of time to get better at it and everything.
Okay, thank you very much.